and he wants to be transparent and he is wrong, we have to respond to that.
I see. What do you think of the school of thought that says, listen, what's the point of sending people to jail when we can take some of the money from them? At the end of the day, we send them to Nsawam or wherever and take care of them. And there's also even a possibility that we may lose the case at trial. So if the person is willing to negotiate and pay some of the money, why don't we take that and walk? Our consolidated fund benefits and everybody's happy.
But there are procedures, the legal procedures of doing that. There are processes. And I've already told you that the Cause Act, Section 35 does that. And then the Plea Bargaining Act does that. But he did not go under any of these processes. Because that one doesn't say that convict the person and put him to prison. That one says that let the court supervise. And there are a number of things you can do, for instance, under the Plea Bargaining Act. The court never, and the laws don't say that because you are Attorney General, you can decide to do whatever you want. No, you must go in accordance with law.
And so for you, the law. Okay, I'm trying to still understand. Is it conflict?
There are not. What I'm saying.
Is it conflict of interest you are raising, or you are saying this information is unsatisfactory?
The conflict of interest is one, and it's giving rise to the Attorney General not going in accordance with the law. There are laws that help us as a nation to do restitution if you want to go by that. There's nothing wrong with that. But this one, let us retrieve the amount. That's why the plea bargain is also there. Let us retrieve substantial part of it. But now he comes out with a new principle. This is national issue. And the new principle he has brought is 60-40. When somebody pays 60, let us forget about the 40. Under what circumstance? Who supervised it? What law did he use? I am not comfortable, and I want him to come out and explain to us better.
As Minister for Justice, can he not do what he believes is in the best interest of justice?
Why did he explain? He could do that.
No, perhaps I'm saying that on the policy, could he say that as Minister for Justice, this is a new policy he thinks is in the interest of the nation, and that's what he's going to pursue so far as he remains Attorney General?
No, he can't do that. When you are the Attorney General, what you have to do when it comes to law, you have to bring it to Parliament. But that's all the point we are making. We have not
even if it's a practice direction for his office and officers, he still needs to go to Parliament.
My brother, the office is not his private office. It is the Attorney General's office and the Minister of Justice for the whole nation. So what is act for the nation is what we are talking about. It's not, you don't make law from your pocket to say that when I look at the civil aspect of it, it's better I retrieve the money. That's not what the law says.
And you said something that he's using civil procedure to prosecute criminal procedure. Can you explain that?
When he himself said it, when he was doing his press conference, he himself today, he said it. He said when they asked him whether he used the existing laws, like the plea bargaining, he said no. I didn't go by the plea bargain. But when I look at the civil aspect of it, it was prudent for me to negotiate with the parties. And that was what he did.
Very well. Thank you. How far are you willing to litigate this issue?
And so far as I get my strength, we have to point the wrong thing out so that the right thing will be done for the nation that we all live in.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
My pleasure. Right.
That's Honorable Kwame Nyimedu Entry. He is NPP Member of Parliament for Asante Achim Central, speaking to us there about the Attorney General's press conference today, where the Attorney General has decided to file a nolli prosequa under Section 54 of Act 30 against Dr. Dominic Ayine and other persons who have been standing trial. The explanation generally has been that they're taking some money from the accused persons, and to the extent that they have done so, they may not necessarily be a need to further prosecute, and that is what has become a subject of controversy. And you've heard the member of parliament saying that if it is not proper, he's not obligated to explain, but if he does, then he should give more explanations. Another thing that the Attorney General has spoken about is legal education. You do know that, again, that's another controversial subject that has been talked about in this country. The Ghana School of Law currently is an institution that provides the practical side of legal education to students after they complete the law degree, which is the first degree. Tonight, the Attorney General is announcing some changes in a yet-to-be-laid bill, which would see the Ghana School of Law, as we know it to be, to cease to exist. Listen.
Legal education in such a way that access will be expanded. Okay, so that currently we have thousands of LLB holders who cannot get to, to become lawyers because they cannot enter the Ghana School of Law. All right, we want the bill that I have drafted and which is will be submitted to cabinet this month. Next month. Is to the effect that we are going to literally abolish the Ghana School of Law system. All right. Basically, what we are going to do is that you will have 3 years of legal education to obtain your degree. That is the LLB. After obtaining the degree, the LLB degree, you now do what we call either the clinical legal program or the bar practice course in the university where you got your LLB for another academic year, and then you write what we term the National Bar Exam. Okay, so everybody who has the LLB and who has taken the bar practice course in their school, in their university, all right, will be entitled to write the National Bar Exam. So it will be like what the accountants do. All right, once you qualify to write the examination, the Chartered Institute of Accountants will administer the exam, and everybody can write. And if you pass, you become a chartered accountant. That is what is going to happen in order to expand legal education in the country. So the bill, as I speak, in fact, is interesting that you asked, because I forwarded the final draft to my able deputy, an academic, Justice Remsai, to review and then give me his input before we submit it to cabinet. That was just only yesterday that I sent it to him.
So that's Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine. Let's speak to someone who runs a law school and who is a lawyer and also understands the legal system. Once actually headed the Ghana School of Law. Kwekwan Sassari is former director of the Ghana School of Law. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Great. I'm glad you can hear me now. As someone who once was director of the Ghana School of Law, how are you feeling hearing that the Ghana School of Law, as we know it in the current form and shape, may cease to exist, and that there's a plan to introduce a bill, and if that bill is passes and it becomes a law, we would have a new structure in legal education? I'm sure you've heard the Attorney General. What do you make of that proposal?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having me. I don't like the use of the word abolish, because the law school since 1968, 20th November, when it was set up, has not been established pursuant to any law, so it lacks legality. What was envisaged in 1958 was that the General Legal Council will look for a venue where instruction could be imparted to intending lawyers, and that's how come we have the entity known as the Ghana School of Law. But legally, there's no such institution in Ghana. We've said so many times, but I think that the generals over the years have made such political statements, without actually implementing them as such. So if you have the boldness to implement it, so much the better for the nation. Secondly, these days, if you put your ear to the ground, you know that our numerous students cannot find space at the Ghana School of Law, and therefore they have to go to places like Rwanda, the Gambia, some go to UK, America, and pay huge, foreign sums of money, to the economy there, and thereby building, their economy. So it will continue to run in poverty, and therefore, if as an attempt to widen access to justice, each law faculty is licensed to administer the professional law program, which is standards in good stead. My only problem has to do with standards. If care is not taken, some institutions will dilute the quality that we went for. That is my only problem. If the issue of quality can be addressed now before we are licensed to impart knowledge to intending lawyers, I'll be all for it. I'm merely opening the doors, because we want, accessibility will not, solve our problems. So I'm glad that this is, happening under, Eyewitness watch. But I'm also sound a caution that the institutions that are to be licensed must be institutions that have the capacity to train intending lawyers. If that caveat is not put there, we will realize before we produce the first cohorts, that we made a mistake.
My question has to do with the faculties. You run one of these faculties. Often the critics say that the faculties are not well resourced and are not proper at training lawyers or producing lawyers, and that is why the General Legal Council has to sieve the products through the entrance exams and the entrance interviews that it does in the past. Now, if the faculties are allowed to run the program fully and also run the professional course, critics of this say it would lead to the production of half-baked lawyers. As someone who owns a faculty, what assurances can you give that if the production of lawyers is left to faculties, or a good job would be done?
I think there's a confusion of thoughts. A law faculty is not necessarily a law school. There's a big difference between a law faculty and a law school. A law faculty teaching the academic program. That is the first phase of the training, the training of an intending lawyer. So at the faculty level, we teach how to and where to find the law. While the professional level, we teach the nuances of professional practice. So the law school actually controls and manages the professional law courses, while the faculties manage the academic phase of legal education. So the two are not the same. Secondly, you may be a holder of a doctorate degree in law, but not necessarily a lawyer. There is a difference between a lawyer and a law graduate. So we have a professor of law who has not been called to the bar and therefore will remain a law graduate. We have a PhD holder in law who has not been called to the bar, therefore is not a lawyer. So there is going to be some amount of discrimination as to who should teach the law program, when I was director of the law school, I remember in 1992, I invited 10 lawyers, including Kwame Tete, Samuel Kujetu, the top JK Adinani, the late of Samuel, taught company law while I was director of the law school. They were seasoned academicians who have also been called to the bar and were therefore private legal practitioners. So the combined theory and practice, and that is, to the benefit, of students. Therefore, in 1990, an institution to teach a professional law course, care should be taken as to who qualifies in terms of Article 2, that is the Legal Profession Act. And the Legal Profession Act, in its section 56, defines who a lawyer is. So you may be a professor of law, but if you don't come within the definition or intendment of a lawyer as provided for in section 56 of the Legal Profession Act 1962, you may not be able to teach some of the courses. You can teach a course like insurance law. I cannot teach insurance practice because you are not a professional. You can teach land law. You will not be able to teach conveyancing because the two are not the same. You can teach family law. You cannot teach divorce or matrimonial courses. And so the differences are very pronounced, and merely passing an act, to widen access to legal education is not going to solve the problem. So it's going to give jobs to some of our very, very, very good legal practitioners who are otherwise not teaching. For instance, Fabio Sorry is a very brilliant legal practitioner. I've always wondered why he has not been invited to teach. I used to invite, like I invited him to teach soon after graduating from the law school because I noticed a promise in him. And today, it's one of the best legal tax experts we have in the country. So when we begin to do things like that, we give the opportunity to aspiring young legal practitioners to replace it when we are no more. So I will say that the Attorney General should also ensure, and this goes to my friend the Deputy Attorney General, they should ensure that in their bold attempt to reform professional legal education, only professional lawyers who can teach and should be allowed to teach the professional courses. It is not a platform for legal academicians. If you are not a lawyer, you cannot teach a law program. I mean, it's commonsensical. So just like the accountants, if you are not a chartered accountant, you cannot teach someone to charter.
So to summarize, if this law goes through for you, your contemplation is that the faculties should be taught by lawyers, practicing lawyers, and not, for instance, someone who holds a master's.
The professional law courses.
Good. Okay, so that's when you are done with the LLB.
You can hold an LLB and be called to the bar. You are a professional lawyer.
What I'm saying is that when they finish the LLB at the faculty and now want to do the professional course, they should be taught only by lawyers,
by professional lawyers,
and maybe judges. I'm sure you.
So a judge is a professional lawyer.
I get it. So I mean, just that would be your. But it shouldn't be left for someone who has a master's degree.
You have a PhD, and therefore that is no meaningful qualification to teach on the professional law program.
Okay. What about regulation? Do you think the GLC should still be the one regulating these schools because of what the law says?
No, I have my problem with the GLC. I mean, you see, the Legal Council comprises persons, majority of them are judges. And being a judge, it doesn't mean that you can be a legal educator. There might be a difference between a legal educator and a judge.
But they are not educators
of their judicial activities. They need the teaching of law to people who have trained to teach.
But what if they argue? What if they argue that they are regulators and not necessarily teachers, which actually is what they do? They are regulators of the space.
The law that made them regulators, the same law can use to regulate them. That's all.
Very well. Thank you so much. And talking about expansion, before you go, he also talks about expansion, which means physical space. As we speak, the director of legal education is in Kumasi. The Justice of the Court of Appeal, who is director of the Ghana School of Law, Nana Yaoberima Kodie, he's going to receive a parcel of land donated to the Ghana School of Law by the Asante Otumfuo Osei-Tutu. The intention is to build an ultramodern Ghana School of Law campus there. There are plans to build another one here in Accra. Based on what the Attorney General is saying, we may not necessarily need a physical space called Ghana School of Law in the future. Do you think we still need that, considering that they talk about expansion and now also handing over the power to the faculties? How will the two work?
The land that they are talking about, that land was promised the General Legal Council as far back as May 2003, when I decided that the law school should have 4 satellite campuses, one in Cape Coast, one in Kumasi, then one in Accra and the other in Tamale. So with drawings were commissioned with a contract. So Kumasi, we are going to have a law school that will have a magistrate court, circuit court, high court, and court of appeal. And no one knows what happened, but the idea was abandoned. So if they are going to reactivate it, that's very good. But for me, the prudent thing to do is to establish law campuses. Now we have 16 regions. 16. If you want to widen access to justice, set up satellite campuses in each region. But there is over concentration of lawyers in Accra and Kumasi. When you go to Bimbela, go and ask them how many lawyers they have. Go to Lipu or Mapi Kumasi and ask them the number of lawyers they have. They don't have. You see, we keep boasting that we have lawyers. Go to the Attorney General Department, we need about 5,000 lawyers. The total number of state attorneys in this country now is about 250. Ask the Attorney General to tell you the truth. They don't have. You see, and the people we are teaching, 90% of them are already in gainful employment. Some of them are even past the age of childbearing, and they are studying law. When they finish, they are not going to practice. It's just for personal aggrandizement, and ego. That means you're a lawyer. That is all. Now we are not taking into account, these challenges that we have. So building many more law schools in the country, is something that I will urge the Mahama administration to consider seriously.
Okay.
So that come the end of Mahama's term, we have contributed immensely to the development and growth of legal education and legal practice.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much too for speaking to us. That's Kwekwan Sasari. He's the former director of the Ghana School of Law. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM.
There as it happens. Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens. Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Accra. Let me bring some of the messages that you have been sending through on our WhatsApp platforms, and a number of your messages that are coming through. Let me take it from the other platform. If you would just show me that. Yes, please show me the monitor. Good. So that's a message from Hadi in Pig Farm, and he says, His Excellency, the humble and hardworking gentleman, His Excellency, the hardworking gentleman called JDM is very much on course and focused on executing the Better Ghana agenda and is paying no attention to all the ugly noises that has been made by micro-minority in Parliament. This one says, since when does entering plea bargaining with the accused person become a problem with the mini-minority? No wonder they were not able to recover anything for the country. That's Peter Akugre from Tema. This message says, please, when would the government give clearance and posting to 2023 batch of teachers? The next one says, it is sad key NPP figures continue to threaten bloodshed in the upcoming Akwetia by-election, and when they start and it ends in tears for them, they turn around to play victims. The next message is from Joya Bright in Nottinghamshire in UK. He says, we now have an Attorney General who combines law and wisdom. Ghana is at work again. Good evening, Umaru Sanda. That's a message coming through, and it's from Mausi Aibe Aista in Abutia 30 in the Volta region, and he says, I strongly oppose the minority's decision to challenge the Attorney General's nollie prosecutor regarding Kwabna Dufo. Their refusal to accept this legal decision undermines the justice system. Contesting it in court is a waste of resources and time. We urge them to respect the Attorney General's authority and decision. This one says, good evening. The micro minority can go and bend the sea. In fact, they lack every moral authority to question the AG's decision. Considering the current dispensation, my condolences to Daddy Lumba's family. You see, that's Jones at the boy sending a message from La. This one says, rising tensions in Bawku and back pedaling on asset recovery raise serious concerns about the NDC's promises in peace and accountability. That's a message from Koku Bansa. This Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
It's your day off and you end up looking after the baby while your wife goes off to work. You realize you have no idea how to change a diaper. So you video call your wife.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Kojo, is everything alright?
Everything is alright. I'm not seeing Topo. How do I change a baby's diaper, please?
Kojo. Okay, first, put the diaper.
the video call freezes. While you wait for the internet to catch up, the baby sprouts a fountain and wets the diaper. As you are getting a new one, your wife comes back online.
Kojo, no!
But I have to go and get a new diaper. What must I do next? I beg, quick.
Open the front of the diaper. It's the side that has...
Wow, look, the video freezes again. Abba.
By now you know where the conversation is going. There's no buffering in real life, so why accept it from your internet connection? Get connected and experience ultra-fast internet to your home, powered by MTN Fiber Broadband from the Internet Masters.
MTN, everywhere you go. Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. The conflict in Bawku is generating or developing other legs, and we are seeing 2 students killed in Nalerigo Senior High School, which is in the northeast region, and also in the Bawku Technical School. We are told that both have to do with the situation in Bawku. The government on Sunday issued a statement and said that it was moving from peacekeeping to peace enforcement, and soldiers are being deployed. Richard Kumado is a security analyst and consultant. What does he make of the government approach? You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Thank you.
First of all, when the government says it is moving or stepping up from peacekeeping to peace enforcement in Bawku, what does that mean?
What it means is that they've done the national risk assessment, or the security risk assessment has been done within the Bawku enclave, and they've realized that the threat levels are higher, which goes beyond normal engagement. So instead of sending the police, they've sent the military. It's also to show strength and to show the capacity. And I believe they've done that in order to create a leeway for government to evacuate the students within the enclave. So that is exactly what it means.
But we've always had soldiers in Bawku, no?
Definitely, yes. I was surprised when a lot of people asked me, we need to set up a military base there. And I said, no, the soldiers have always been there. What they have done now is to switch over, that instead of the police being the leading force, they've put in the military, and they have added a little bit more numbers of the military to already the ones they have there. The military at Bawku does some other stuff which has nothing to do with the conflict at Bawku. They do border control, and they do some level of counter-terrorism activities for the state. So that is what they have been doing there for some time now.
Considering that this is an approach that has been used for many years, and there was even a plan to do the peace negotiations with the Otumfuo being the mediator, why do we still see recurring violence? What's your reading of the situation on the ground?
I think one of the things the state is not doing is to punish people who flout our laws. Because I've always been saying that non-punishable offenses will always rationalize bad behavior. And because the state lacks the capacity, or the state decided not to punish people or discipline people who flout our laws, people have taken advantage of the vulnerabilities within the Bawku conflict. And they are killing almost everybody and getting away with it. The state must look at that for once. Then again, the state is a very expensive and very risky operation, but the state can mobilize itself and ensure that they pick up all the arms within the Bawku enclave and make sure new ones never get into the area. Once they can do this, together with the Otumfuo mediation, which moves slowly, and slowly is the method they are known to and they are using, it will help us to bring some level of relative calmness to Bawku and related communities within the enclave.
Finally, what should be, or what has been in the role of politics in the area, and what do you think can be done to deal with the issue?
Because politics divides people and politics is divisive in nature, the difficulty we had was that some key politicians have gotten involved. They make certain statements and they acted in a manner that divided the people along political lines, and the lines have been drawn for some time now. Political interest is key, and I will wish and plead with our politicians to stay away or to stop acting in a manner that will inflate passion. If they can do that for us, as leaders of communities and national politics, that can also help the process a bit, because the question is, where do these young people get these arms from and from ammunition? Definitely it's coming from politicians, and it's coming from people who can afford it. And their actions and inactions, that in itself can destabilize the state, and we can only plead with them that consciousness must come to the fore.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
That's Richard Kumado, his security analyst. Let me go on the other phone line and speak to Isaac Azunaba, his municipal chief executive for Bawku. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Good evening.
How is Bawku tonight, sir?
Bawku.
Hello?
Bawku is calm. It's calm.
It's calm, but that calm is at the expense of freedom. Yesterday, we received some complaints from some business owners in the township who say that the curfew that has been imposed is going to affect them. What is the status of that curfew, and how does that further worsen the economic situation in Bawku, which we are told is not any better?
Yeah, the curfew is in place at the moment. But as to the business people, not only business people, let me ask my dear farmers who are also in the season of planting, sowing and planting at the moment. They are all affected. Bawku is business town, and the curfew being put at 2 o'clock is really giving us a challenge, and a giving challenge to the farmers and the business people.
Which means, as a municipal security council head, you think that the 2 p.m. curfew is troublesome or is worrisome?
Oh yes, it's worrisome. It is, but it's a security measure, and peace first. When there's peace and there's calmness, business can move well, farming can be done well. So, as a security measure, we are putting in place to bring calmness, to bring peace to the area. So, that's it. It's a security measure, and we all need a peace, including the business people and the farmers that I talk about.
Your government says it is escalating or stepping up to peace enforcement, which means we will be seeing more soldiers on the ground. How is that showing? You are there. The curfew being put at 2 o'clock from yesterday. We have brought more security men on the ground, and they are patrolling all over the municipality. But we have not also had any incident of people not obeying or people giving us trouble. Generally, as I said, it may not necessarily be the curfew, but Bawku is on and off. At times it happens like that. So I want to believe that the curfew is there. It has been calmness, but calmness is returning in all aspects. Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. Okay, sir. That's Isaac Azunaba, his municipal chief executive for Bawku. AGB.
Forestry Commission officials in the Ashanti region have filed an official complaint with the police after some individuals believed to be members of the National Democratic Congress (NDC) stormed and locked up several district offices earlier today. The incident occurred at the Bekwai, Ofenso South and Nkaria district offices, where the unidentified men forcibly took control of the facilities and issued threats to take over operations. Commission officials are calling on the police to provide adequate security to ensure the safety of staff, citing ongoing threats against personnel. Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator Captain John Kwame Jabari has condemned the incident and urged the police to arrest the perpetrators and ensure they face the full rigors of the law.
Hostage of some forestry division officers, and they are parading themselves to be national security staff, which is, I'm not happy at all. National security staffs have not been sent anywhere, and those who are parading themselves as national security staff and I'm not happy at all, and it's bringing a whole lot of issues because we don't involve ourselves in such issues. I've engaged those guys to find out what their concerns are, and we have told them to leave the forestry offices, and we are even assisting the police to apprehend such people. And I want to totally the report that national security staff have taken over is totally false. And this time I'll put the party under the bag. These people are party foot soldiers who have taken those places hostage. But due to our intervention, we have told them to leave the place. And whatever concerns that they have, they should submit it to the party or to the regional minister. But that report that is national security who have taken over those places is totally false and wrong. And most of the time, my problem is that when national security comes into the light, most of you have my numbers and you can confirm whether it is true or not. But any person gets down now and he's a national security staff as long as he's a party boy. The next word is that, oh, I'm a national security staff. Confirmation can be gone from me. We have not sent any national security staff.
You heard Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator Captain John Kwame Jabari.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
New Kivo Hot Pepper Powder. This advert is FDA approved.
Life doesn't always go as planned. Maybe you dreamed of earning a degree, but something got in the way. Losing a parent, financial struggles, or life just happening. But what if I told you it's not too late? At Cracks Training Institute, we believe in second chances. With the ABE Level 6 program, your dreams are back within reach. If you hold an HND or a 2-year diploma and have valuable work experience, this is your opportunity. The ABE Level 6 is recognized by Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, and equivalent to a bachelor's degree. But that's not all. It also qualifies you to enroll in any university in Ghana for a master's degree. And here's the good news. Admissions start this August. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. Take the first step towards rewriting your story. Call us today at Cracks Training Institute on 0552 222217, 0552 222217, or visit cracks.edu.gh.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Biafe Akente. Let's settle for the details. The Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama, says the central bank remains committed to maintaining the country's recent macroeconomic stability. Speaking at the opening session of the bank's 125th Monetary Policy Committee meeting, Dr. Esiama said the Bank of Ghana will adopt prudent measures to preserve the gains made in taming inflation, stabilizing the city, and restoring confidence in the economy.
As we commence our deliberations, members of the MPC, the question before us is clear. The question is whether the current macroeconomic configuration warrants a recalibration of our monetary policy stance. With inflation expectations more firmly anchored, external buffers significantly strengthened, and public confidence improving, we must consider how best to support this recovery without compromising the hard-won gains in stability. And we must be aware, colleagues, of the risks going forward, such as a resumption of exchange rate volatility, crude oil price could increase, and the potential impact of some taxes to be imposed within the context of the mid-year budget review, and of course how these can affect pricing behavior.
Dr. Johnson Esiama is governor of the Bank of Ghana. Now, players in the mining sector are encouraging government to provide targeted incentives to unlock the full potential of the industry as a driver of large-scale industrialization. Sustained demand from mining companies when matched with the right regulatory framework and state supports, they say, can form the backbone of local value addition and reduce Ghana's reliance on imported mining inputs. CEO of Mark Partners Group Seth Quay made this known during the opening and factory tour of Bawku Rubber and Engineering Solutions in Obuasi, a subsidiary of Mark Partners Group, set up for the local production of mill liners for mining industry in line with the country's local continent participation for the sector.
The mining industry presents an opportunity for the country to industrialize. The demand that is created by the mining companies, if regulated properly by the regulator with some incentives from government, becomes a foundation for industrialization. This production unit you are seeing here is purely because the mine has demand for the products that we are doing. There are quite a lot of other products that can be done in that same manner. And if we structure it well, it can fuel the economy. Gladly, the Ghana Chamber of Mines is very much behind local content. So somehow I'm very hopeful that this is not just a one-stop thing. It's going to explode very soon. I mean, the rubber production from Ghana is quite large, so it will take a lot of factories like this together. But for ourselves, this is half of the capacity we intended to start with. So I can guarantee you that in a couple of years, we'll be expanding. So we'll consume some more, which means that the local producers, those who are willing to sell on the local market, will have us as market. And also there are a lot of other products that we will be doing for the industry which we haven't started yet. So that opens doors for more consumption of local rubber.
Seth Quay is CEO of Mark Partners Group. Government has hinted at plans to waive import duties on agricultural machinery to stimulate investment in local agro-processing and value addition. The move is to enhance agricultural productivity and attract private sector participation across the value chain. Speaking at the National Agribusiness Dialogue in Accra, President John Dramani Mahama reiterated his resolve to transform the agricultural sector as a key pillar of economic growth.
It seeks to transform agro-processing industries into sustainable engines of economic growth by securing consistent, high-quality supply chains. Its implementation rests on four critical pillars. One is the commercial farmer development and value chain integration, empowering commercial farmers with access to land, finance, technical support, and the linkages to smallholders throughout the grower scheme. The second is post-harvest loss solution centers and processing infrastructure, establishing industrial hubs with aggregation, storage, and processing facilities across key agricultural zones. The third is industrial linkages and market development. This will strengthen formal partnerships between farmers and processors, backed by structured contract farming and real-time market intelligence.
You heard President John Dramani Mahama. Chief Executive Officer of Agri Impact Group, Daniel Fahene Akwe, asked the government to go a step further by establishing a dedicated agricultural fund. He argues that such a fund will be critical in unlocking greater investment into the sector and reducing Ghana's $2 billion annual food import bill. And that's it for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ijibi Wiafe Akente. Up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so this is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it will protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it the protection protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish Magobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you have the Magobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
The gogo.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Still unbeatable. Republic Bank has slashed the Citi mortgage interest rate to a new low. That means it's more affordable to own your dream home. You enjoy lower monthly installments, save on interest payments, flexible loan arrangements, and more. Make the move. Own your home at a lower teen interest rate. But hurry, this offer lasts for a limited time. Visit any Republic Bank branch or send email to myhome@republicghana.com or call Accra 054-0109-649. Kumasi 054-0109-901 to apply today and enjoy a teen interest rate. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umar Rusandama. Tonight on Point Blank, my guest is a 3-term MP representing the people of Agotime Jofi in the Volta region. Honorable Charles Akwesi Agbeve is my guest. Efo, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, my brother.
How are you?
I'm very, very fine.
Agotime, we know Agotime Kweto is a popular name, but is Agotime Jofi and Kweto in the same constituency, or Kweto is in a different place?
Agotime Kweto is the district capital of the district.
Oh, okay.
The district is named Agotime Ziofe District, okay. And the constituency also takes the same name, Agotime Ziofe Constituency. Because
Heritage Caravan, we went to we went to eat Tutu Papa.
You had Tutu Papa and you saw the beautiful Kente, the good people of Agotime weave.
And we crossed and entered Togo and came back.
Yes, you went to a village called Wodume, where the road is the boundary between Ghana and Togo.
And people move without even knowing.
No. It's a daily affair. It's normal. When I get there, sometimes I just cross over, walk over, and come back.
So, is it the case that one chief serves a community that is spread between the two countries? So you even know that you have moved country, you have crossed from one country to another.
Yes, one chief says the town is called Wodume, and it's one chief.
And school.
In fact, there's a school on the Togo side, and there's a school on the Ghana side.
I've been told that in that area, both the CFA franc and the CD are used by people.
Yes, and any of the currencies are used.
So you use CFA to buy, you use CD to buy.
Precisely.
And it works normally.
It works normally. They are okay. The exchange rate, they know what the exchange rate is. If you are satisfied with it, you go with them. In fact, there's a funny story. During the registration exercise, one MPP top guy came and said, I've been bringing Togolese from the other side to register in Ghana. Then I told him to ask his constituency chairman, where the police station chairman for that particular branch, where he stays. He couldn't answer because the guy was living across in Togo. so it was a very funny, and then he was shocked. He said, "Are you sure?" I said, that is his house. I'm pointing to you in Togo. And so the issue of Togolese Ghanaian doesn't work in that situation. It doesn't work.
How about telephone networks? I've also told you you use both.
Yes, we use both. If I have a Togo cell number, because when you get to another village called Wudume, Batume, one of the big communities in Togo, is very close by. So they have a Togo cell network there and interrupts with our network seriously.
Batume Junction?
Batume Junction. Batume Junction is the one in Ghana. But the town itself,
the Batume
town is in Togo. The funny thing about that community is the cemetery is in Ghana and the community is in Togo.
So they die in Togo and come and back.
Yeah. When they die, they become Ghanaians, and when they are alive, they are Togolese.
And this has always been the case.
It's been the case.
But they said that your party is always taking advantage of that and bringing Togolese to come and register, so that you.
Well, let me be honest with you. I want someone to point to me, give me evidence. Any of those people over there who are not Ghanaian, I'll give you. If you've been to Akotime several times, there are 47 Akotime states. Only 17 are in Ghana. The rest are all in Togo. They all have relationships here. In fact, when you go to Togo, there are two constituencies over there called Agotime South and Agotime North. That's how big Agotime is. And so, if really we're bringing people to register, can they contain it? They cannot.
Interesting. Now, I know you have a big customs. Is it a training school or is this a customs checkpoint?
It's the whole Ghana customs training school is located in Petro.
I see that. Yeah. But the problem for you is that the road to your constituency from Ho, the regional capital, and continue to Aflao is not even a road.
Well,
you have been a member of parliament for 3 terms.
Well,
yes.
I think I lost my voice when the media review was being read in parliament that day. If those MPs who were shouting, jubilating, and giving who were forcing the accolades and appellations and things,
the chance,
I think my voice was the loudest.
Oh, you were the loudest?
I was the loudest.
Why?
When you go to page 67 of the media review budget document, paragraph 475. With your permission, the Ministry of Finance has since issued commitment authorizations for the following road infrastructure projects under the Big Push program. Rehabilitation of Ho to Petwe Road. Rehabilitation of Petwe to Afiadeningba Road.
Yeah, where my sister lives.
Yes. Rehabilitation of Afiadeningba to Penny Road. Rehabilitation of Penny to Aflao Road.
So that's like the whole stretch.
The whole stretch from Ho to Aflao. And you know, that is the most deadly. Look,
I know that road is bad.
If there's a pregnant woman living on that road, any pregnant woman living on that road, I advise, don't move. You give birth if you dare move. That is how bad the road has been. For 8 years, we hardly had common patching on those roads. In 2021, when the MPP came out with their year of roads budget, they forgot voter region in their year of roads document. When the second document came, in the voter region, that was the road that was captured. From 2021, nothing was done.
To make matters worse on that road, you also have these speed ramps that have been created. I'm not even sure. Are they approved by the Road Safety Commission or the Highways Authority?
No. And so that's why in the construction of this road, we need to do a lot of education of our citizens. That you don't take the law into your own hands. I think the appropriate speed ramps will be done to minimize the speed of drivers on the road. I admit some drivers actually drive carelessly on the road, even though it's so bad. You'll be amazed the way they drive. And so that prompted, so you'll be wondering, why would a bad road still require such man-made speed ramps by the community? It is because of the careless nature of some of our drivers on the road. And another one is the motor riders also. They ride carelessly. And so those were done to check and minimize the speed.
So you have been in Parliament for 2 terms or 3 terms?
I'm in my 3rd term.
So you've been in Parliament for 2 terms, working on your 3rd term now.
Yeah.
What are the things you've done for the people of Agotime, Jofi, and Kweto? In fact, someone has sent a question. Let me ask you, answer this one. He's a lawyer. I think he's from your town.
Sure.
He says, ask him, since he got into Parliament in 2017, if he has been able to assist a single constituent to get a job in any of the state security agencies.
Thank you very much for that question.
That's a question from Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick, he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer, yes, Patrick. I admit, I've never been able to get employment of any of my constituents to the state institutions because my party was not in power. Okay. We were once told we were going to be given protocol when we were in opposition. It never came. And the truth is...
Or they gave you, but you gave it to other people.
No, I never had it. Yeah. I never had it. Let me be honest. It got to a time before you can even get a constituent into any of these institutions, you need to pay money.
As an MP?
Yes.
But pay to who?
That was the question. That was the challenge I had because I didn't want to get my figures bent. And so it was difficult. So to tell Patrick, to be honest with him, I've never gotten any of my constituents into the military.
Okay.
Or the services.
Okay.
But I've gotten constituents into jobs.
Okay.
I've gotten...
What type of jobs?
I'm on the health committee.
Okay.
A member of the health committee. And so there was some opportunity to recruit some officials, accountants, storekeepers, procurement officers into the hospitals and then some of the child institutions. So I was giving some protocol. I got 8 people at least recruited through that opportunity.
For 8 years, only 8 people?
Yes.
Only 8 people?
Only 8 people. Permanent government job. You know,
are there other jobs you have managed to put people in apart from these 8?
Yes. I have managed to give skills training to 122 young ladies, 61 hairdressing, 61 seamstressing. And I've given each one of them equipment and machines to set up. I'm happy to say most of them have set up and are working.
Okay. Patrick's second question.
Yeah.
He says there's a 3-term alternating convention between the 2 traditional areas of Jofi and Agotime. This convention is well known in the constituency, which dictates that one relinquish his or her position after 3 terms for a candidate from the other twin traditional area. What is his intention? I don't know.
Let's make it clear to Patrick that the 3-term convention was broken when I entered Parliament the first time.
How?
No one was supposed to contest me.
Okay.
From the Agotime side, but I had people contesting me. So I'm surprised he's saying there's a 3-term convention. As far as I'm known, in the constituency, it's well known that the convention has been broken. It doesn't exist.
So right now it's free fight.
It's free fight for.
So what in the past you 3 for Agotime, 3 for?
It actually started when we were Ho East.
Or used to be Ho East constituency.
Yes, Ho East constituency, where it was Adaklu, Agotime, and then Jofi. So when the Adaklu started it, and they were to pick only a candidate, nobody challenged them. And the late Steve Akoli was the one they picked. So he went 3 times unopposed. Nobody ever challenged him. Then came to the turn of the Agotimes. And then they picked Honorable Juliana Zuma Mensah. Nobody challenged her. She went 3 times. There was no primaries. When you go to the turn of my people, the Jofis, they said there was no agreement like that. So I got contested the first term. And I won. The second term, I went unopposed. This time around, I went unopposed. So
that means that they are respecting the accord, or
no, they didn't respect it the first time, Umaru.
So it means you run again in 2028.
When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it.
I have another comment. The National Vaccine Institute was set up to drive Ghana's goal of local vaccine manufacturing by 2030. As board chairman of the National Vaccine Institute, how far are we in the process of manufacturing vaccines in Ghana?
Thank you very much for that question. I was sworn in as board chairman some 3 weeks ago by the Minister of Health, and I want to thank His Excellency the President for the opportunity to serve as the board chairman of National Vaccine Institute. Per the act that established the institute 1027, our objective is to establish that linkages for institutions to produce, manufacture vaccine and serum in this country. we are also to coordinate those activities. And the truth is, this particular institute was established when we had that challenge during COVID. We were looking for vaccine, but everybody was taking care of his own citizens, and when there's surplus before, they will take care of us. So it became important that we need to start looking in-house to see how we can produce vaccines. And so the National Vaccine Institute bill was sent to Parliament and passed in 2023. So far, what we have done, we are supposed to create that enabling environment. We are supposed to give that research backing to the institutions to help them start producing vaccines. We have a very strong regulator, FDA. Together with the National Vaccine Institute, I think we are set to get our manufacturers, the pharmaceutical companies, to roll out. I must announce that 2 companies are leading the charge in this respect: DEK and Atlantic Life Sciences. Atlantic Life Sciences,
the one on the Tripoli Road?
Precisely. They have the state-of-the-art equipment already. They've even started producing the anti-snake serum.
Yeah.
And we have the capacity to roll on, but they need funding.
Okay.
They need technical know-how. They need that support. The Vaccine Institute is creating that enabling environment for them.
Okay.
So far, with the Chief Executive, Dr. Soji Tete, playing a very important leading role, we're working very hard to see how some of our institutions can start building their technical know-how. So we sought funding for UHAS, their medical lab area, to improve upon more equipment to help them develop the skill. Because in vaccine production, it is the technical know-how which is very key. Our producers can go into fill and finish. So we can have the system where someone who use his intellectual abilities to produce the vaccine, send it to us, and we'll fill and package and then just use here. But I think we should go beyond the fill and finish.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Are you a health professional? I notice you're also on the health committee.
I'm a health economist.
Explain that. What is it?
We do the calculations, what it means to, what costs to actually provide service in health.
So your professional background is health economy?
Yes. I started with first degree in mathematics and MBA finance.
Hey.
Then, yeah.
Mathematics, I feel like that. You went to do degree in...
I love figures.
Oh, I see. And you are also vice chair of the Local Government and Rural Development Committee.
Precisely.
We'll talk about that. But before then, as health committee member and also someone with health background, what is the status of health in your constituency? What's the highest health center you have in your constituency?
The highest health center is the Kwetwe Health Center. It's a health center.
It's not a district.
It's not a district hospital.
So you've not reached district hospital?
No. We have privilege to also have gotten the Agenda 111 project started.
Okay. What percentage has it reached?
10%.
Oh, 10 there, that's foundation.
Very, very, very low level.
Have they filled the foundation?
They filled the foundations. They've come out from the ground.
Pillars.
They've done the pillars.
But that's it?
No, that's it. And
do you have CHIPS compounds?
We have a lot of CHIPS compounds. We have about 16 CHIPS compounds. Okay. Actually, I have built two. And even reconstructing 3 at the moment.
And clinics?
Clinics, no. You see, clinics, it depends on how you define clinic. It depends on how you are defining clinic by the health sector.
Okay.
Maybe it's going to be either a facility with a midwife and then a doctor. Yes, you could define it as clinic.
So is the staffing that...
Is the staffing that...
It's not a building.
It's not a building.
So you can have a CHIPS compound building, but it becomes a clinic because of the
expertise you have there.
So currently, you said you have a health center.
I have a health center.
Who can man or who mans a health center?
Basically, physician assistants.
So not up to a doctor?
Doctors can come once you put in the facilities.
So for now, your constituency of how many people?
Over 35,000 people.
You don't have a doctor?
No.
But you have a private hospital that has a doctor?
There's a private hospital also having physician assistants.
What does that mean to your health needs as a constituency?
It's a big challenge. And that's why I want to thank Dr. Tampori, who's gone on retirement at the Whole Teaching Hospital. He volunteered. He became the father in terms of health of the constituency, and volunteered that was coming every Monday to give care to my people. It was an arrangement between himself, myself, and then directorate to support. And that was how we were getting access to a medical professional for some kind of care.
I see.
Yeah.
Talking about care, you passed the Mahama Cares.
Yeah, that is the Ghana Medical Trust Fund.
The minority people say change the name, and that if you don't change the name, you won't get money in the fund. And 2, you should retain COVID-19 levy to fund the Mahama Cares and stop the thing you are doing. They don't like it.
Well, thank you very much. And I've been part of the Mahama Cares, officially known as the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. The AKA, the aliases is Mahama Cares. The document that came to Parliament did not have Mahama Cares on it.
Okay.
So the minority had no reason to make that excuse. It's only colleague MPs who stood up to debate sometimes mentioned it. The fund is supposed to support chronic diseases that the health insurance cannot carry. So, the health insurance provides a service. It provides care for those who go to the hospital and have certain conditions. Clearly stated, and covers about 95% of the disease burden we have in this country. But it doesn't go beyond that. There are chronic cases, chronic diseases, diabetes, hypertension, cancer. The cost of treating those conditions, the health insurance cannot carry it. It will break. And so it was important to look at it. Before even looking at it, before we looked at it, you saw numerous cases. Your studio has been used to advertise for support for people suffering from cancer, people suffering from diabetes. They need money to do dialysis. It's expensive. And so the idea was, look for funding to support these particular conditions people are facing, so that that burden that family carries is taken over by government. And so whilst the National Service provides a service, the Ghana Medical Trust Fund buys your condition, pays for your condition. That's the difference. And it is important. The actual sciences and the calculations that was done will cost government 3 billion cedis annually to start with. But we need to start from somewhere. We need to get funding from somewhere. One of the issues that came up during the debate was why we were taking 20% of the health insurance fund and putting into the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, aka Mahama Cares Fund. And it was very simple. During the time of the NPP, they capped the National Health Insurance Fund over 15 to 25%. That was the range. It was not stable. As at last year, they had capped it about 1.4 billion cedis, which was about 17%, because revenues expected to accrue was 7.9, and they gave the institution 6.5 billion. I'm on the health committee because we deal with these figures. We approved the formula. When the new government came, we decapped. So the monies that was capped never came into the health sector. For 7 years, 8 years, that the MPP was in power, they capped money from the health insurance fund, but we never saw it being used in the health sector. But we have capped, we have not capped, we've brought the money back, and we are saying 20% of it is going back into the health sector. I think it's one of the most novelty strategies we are putting in place.
Before you take leave of us, my little knowledge of Ever suggests to me that Agotime means a place with wild palm trees.
Yes.
Do you have a lot of them there?
A lot, but
they are not. Do they harvest them? Do they use them for anything? When we're in the village, we harvest it in the bush and eat it, so it looks like coconuts. But I don't know what can be used for this.
The tree itself is used in the construction industry.
Okay.
So when you come in from Ho, you see that they cut them. They are very straight, long.
We use them for our cattle ranch.
Yes, but people use it for roofing in my area.
Yes, they use for
and
the
in fact,
for the atakpami, for the thatch building. Yes.
Not even thatch building.
I got it.
Now in school blocks and things, people use. Yes, okay. When the people do self projects.
Termites don't eat it.
No, I was re-roofing a school building, and when we got to the wood, it was the
agoti.
They called it borosious
Oh,
yes. That's the botanical name.
The
Yefugbe name.
I see. So what I'm asking is that
it has economic
are you able to, as a community, are you able to benefit from that economic side of things?
Yes, people benefit from it. People cut it and sell and make money.
Fruit itself, you don't
the fruit itself, they sell it also.
But go and look for somebody to come and turn into juice, agoti juice. It would be nice.
That's a very innovative thing.
Call it agoti juice. Just like a cold juice, to be nice.
Well noted.
Because agoti is very nice.
It's very sweet. I've taken some before.
Like put mango and apple together.
Yeah, I've taken some before. Yeah, masama popo ya madugbe na mi afa nya sela opete konye sem fie ya le Citi FM. Novinho pre e constituency o twa agoti me pressure pinto me konye sem a mi afa MPA ya no fom. Government aje mi afa resetting agenda government. Dodo mi detoma ba mi na duam na chia.
Agama la junior lota.
Dodo ejige. Mokeke ama fevage for the holidays. Mi adoje. Mi awele doji.
Mi anomo. Thank you so much. That's Honorable Charles Kwesi Agbev promising the people of Agoti Meshofi that Mokeke at this vacation he will come home. Which means he'll be bringing Agba Mekang. So if you are from there, please expect more. Have a good night.